Hey everybody, I'm here doing your weekly zodiac element readings again, and this is for water signs. I was just shuffling and the Two of Cups just flew out, so this may be a reading about relationships, about coming into relationship, about a partnership of another kind. So who knows? I put it back in. I'm not going to use it for the reading, but that might be another perspective for us to take on this reading. So I'm shuffling while recording today. Normally I like to lay your cards out beforehand so I don't waste your time. But oh my goodness, more cards flew out. Why? Heart chakra, base chakra, truth, and Nine of Pentacles. So, too many cards to really think about right now. Okay, I'm going to keep shuffling, and we're going to get your reading done. Again, this is for the week of October 21st through the 27th for water signs, please. Thank you. I'm using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, and like I said, for the other signs, I never really connected with this deck at all. In fact, I didn't buy it until it was on sale for $7, and I can't even tell you, like, this has become the deck that when I read intuitively, for whatever reason, there are so many messages that flow for me when looking at this particular deck. I'm not even attracted to the pictures that, like the artwork on the cards or anything, or the symbolism. Like, it's just so weird how it talks to me though, because like, I don't know, I have a very particular style, I think, in general, and this is not it. As an artist, I think I'm very picky. But man, I don't know. So anyway, this has been like my go-to deck recently. Okay. Water signs for this week. Advice, please. Okay, we have the throat chakra. We have the Ace of Swords. We have authority, which is the Emperor. We have harmony, which is the Lovers. We have power, which is like strength. And we have the Six of Swords. And on the bottom of the deck, we have number 17, Hope, which is like the Star card. Makes total sense, I would say. I'm sun sign Cancer, so I usually resonate with the water readings, even though my rising is Virgo, so sometimes I resonate more with Earth. But, I'm getting the chills right now. Something big's coming through. The number one thing, though, that I'm getting here is there are a number of swords cards that came up. So there's a need for communication of an honest communication of your truth within your relationship. So even if that's a family relationship, a romantic relationship, a partnership at work, friendship, whatever, whichever one is on your mind right now, there's a need for honest communication and possibly throat chakra clearing. And I think that resets, or that clears out some contested kind of situation. Like, it helps to bring clarity to both parties over something that's kind of been festering for a while. So this is going to be really important this week. I feel like certain individuals maybe don't know where they stand with you, and they want the security of knowing how you feel about them, or what you're thinking about them, or, you know, I'm getting a situation where it might be a mother and son, or it might be brother and sister, something like that. Somebody thinks that somebody is really mad at them, and it's really affecting them on the health-wise, because they're internalizing so much negativity and guilt. So there's communication. Ooh, I'm feeling that in my solar plexus chakra. Somebody is really feeling this level of guilt, and they're actually punishing themselves worse than you could ever punish them. So if you are the water sign, or if the other person that you're thinking of is a water sign, this is going on. Like, there is definitely clearing of the air that needs to happen between these family members. In my head, I'm getting like the mother and son, or brother and sister, but it could be, if this resonates for you, it could be for you. For another person, this is like a newish romantic relationship. This is like, I'm getting like, honestly, like these people who have known each other for a long time, but they're just like becoming interested in each other, I guess. And it's a complicated situation because neither one knows if the other is really interested. And so that is causing a lot of fear and anxiety in one or both parties. So if you're the water sign, if they're the water sign, this may be you. And communicating the way that you feel is going to make a huge difference in the strength of your relationship and your ability to move forward, and also your ability and their ability to feel safe and stable with you. Otherwise, it's like otherwise they're actually, literally, the other person might be thinking of moving on. The other person might be thinking of going out there and finding a new relationship because they want that kind of closeness with somebody, but they're just like not, they probably think you're not into them. So if you are, it's probably time to express that. If you do, then you're literally moving out of a darker situation into the light. Like, you're both moving into clarity then, if you are able to have the courage to make that expression. And it is really about courage to be vulnerable in that way. And I feel like if you do, there's a certain level of stability that comes through, and a certain level of empowerment that happens for both of you in that situation. I don't see any kind of rejection. I see both of you moving into a better place. I'm also feeling like whoever the masculine party is there has gone through significant healing. Like, they literally just stepped out of a whole steaming pile of shit. Whatever their previous situation was terrible. Not to get super negative, but I feel like they're really stepping into a way more positive situation with you. Or if you were the steaming pile of shit, they're moving forward into something better. I don't even know. Like, reading for so many different people, like, so many scenarios fly through my head. But what this is really about, I think, is clarity and empowerment, figuring out what it is that you want and speaking that. So this is, this could be about you or the other person, but since it's about water signs, I feel like it's about you if you are the water sign. There's a lot of healing that is taking place through this clarity and empowerment. And I get the feeling that this connection has been there all along, but you have just either refused to see it or refused to speak it. And I'm looking at the clock and it's 3:11 right now. So to me, that says that there's probably some truth to that. You are definitely clearing out some karmic crap by clearing that throat chakra, by making that clear statement. And you're successful at it. Like, that you will by making that statement, you're bridging that gap and moving forward into a new set of, like a new set of energies or something that is surrounding that relationship. You know, you're sort of cutting away the old stuff and stepping into a new way of thinking about this person and this relationship. And that person is also, because it's important that they're on the same page as you are. And until you communicate and provide that clarity and they reciprocate with the same, nobody knows what's happening. So this is a way through which you will receive this healing. Underneath the hope card is the shadow card, which is like the moon. And to me, that's the thing that's been holding you back, is probably, first of all, it's probably the need to integrate your shadow self, which means the part of you that's terrified and you really don't want to admit is fearful, because here you have the power, the card for power, the strength card, right? So you definitely don't want to admit that there's a part of you that's scared and small and hurt and injured. You don't want to admit that. But once you really integrate that and you look at that person and you ask that person inside you what does he or she need? And the thing that he or she needs is love, and you admit that and you hold on to it and you send it love and you allow that to heal, you're going to find the empowerment that you thought wasn't there, because through that comes the healing, right? So so that's your healing, is your shadow. And it's through the integration of that you're able to feel the strength of that vulnerability and be that you're able to make that new beginning, and that you're able to really focus in on that clarity. Otherwise, it's like this shadowy desert of cobwebs and fear. Long story short, just to sort of pull it all together here, I feel like there are significant relationships which need repair, and they need clarity, and they need communication. I feel like you are, once you do that, moving into a much better place and a much stronger place of stability. And this comes through healing and the healing of the wounded part of yourself. And so all of these things are connected. And if you can really access that this week, especially, here's the shadow is also the moon card with the full moon that's coming up on the 24th. You will really be moving forward strongly into your empowered state. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you guys, and please let me know in the comments. I just really appreciate all of your comments and shares and your follows and your likes. I think I need just like 8 more follows to top 100, which like is tiny in the context of all the other YouTube channels out there. But for me, it's a big deal, because I never thought that I would be able to, I don't know, do YouTube. Like, recording it all is terrifying to me. So in any case, I just really thank all of you guys for bringing me up to 100 followers, and let's make it 1,000. All right. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.